Hello and welcome to my EFL review from game weeks 33 and 34 in the Championship 33 and League 2 and League 1 34 respectively. We'll just jump through the games as we usually do, look at the tables at the end and all that good stuff. So if you do like what you see, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well while watching. And yeah, let's just dive straight into this EFL review. Jumping straight into the Championship then, and Friday night was a very, very good win for Blackburn Rovers over Preston North End as they beat them by 1-0 with Yuki Hashi's 95th minute winner, knocking over Preston in that one. A big goal for Blackburn in the survival race and a big goal hampering Preston's playoffs hopes it could do come the end of the season. QPR beat Hull City by 3-1 as well. Good away win for QPR in that one. Deserved winners probably. Hull didn't look too great, and I've seen some of their fans moaning online about Kumas and some of the others who, well, we might have played a bit of a masterstroke with some of the players we have got rid of in recent times. Kumash, Drama, all ex-Birmingham, and Kieran Dowd as well. Happy we didn't sign him on a permanent either. Stoke 2, Leicester 2. Good fight back from Stoke after they did go behind in that game. First game in charge for Gary Rowett's men ends in a draw. He does love a draw, does Gary Rowett. Swansea 1, Bristol City 0 was the other half 12 kickoff. Not really a lot to say in that one. And there was one more, wasn't there, as Coventry beat West Brom quite convincingly and piles the pressure on Eric Ramsey, who currently still has a 0% win rate at West Brom with a 0.4 points a game ratio. Middlesbrough dropping 2 points at home to Oxford, 0-0 draw in that one. Bit of a surprise seeing Middlesbrough drop points at home to a lowly league opposition. Portsmouth a very solid win away at Millwall by 3-1. Birmingham getting their first win at Norwich in about 20 years by 2-1. Had that game wrapped up in the first 20 minutes with the 2 goals from Vicente and Marvin Dukes. Southampton dropping points at home to Nathan Jones' Charlton. You can probably see that one with how Charlton are set up and how Nathan Jones was going back to his old team in Southampton. He would have wanted to get something from that. Watford beat Derby by 2-0 despite Derby's good away record. They lose to Edward Steele's new manager Bounce and Watford there. Wrexham in the game of the weekend, winning by 5-3 at Ipswich. Absolutely bonkers game that one, because Wrexham went 1-0 up. 1-0 up, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, Ipswich 3-3, and you know the story from there. And the Sheffield derby was a lot tighter than expected. Sheffield United only winning that one by 2-1. Sheffield Wednesday did put up a really good fight in that one, but it wasn't to be in the end as they lose away at Bramble Lane. Still can't beat their local rivals, and they probably aren't going to beat them next season either, as they're down and confirmed relegated. Oxford 23rd. We'll just jump into the table right now. Leicester still in that relegation zone, a point off the Baggies, of course. All played the same amount of games towards the bottom. I think everybody's played the same amount of games, bar Ipswich and Hull up there, who still have to play each other. I believe Oxford in 23rd, 22nd sit Leicester, West Brom 21st, Blackburn with their big win over Preston up to 20, or eking that gap over West Brom and Leicester. Portsmouth 19th with a big win over Millwall. Norwich losing has kind of dragged them in a little bit more onto 39. Charlton in 17th. Stoke in 16th. Swansea 15th. Sheffield United in 14th. QPR 13th. Bristol City 12th. This is all your mid-table fodder at the moment. We're still in with a chance of the playoffs. It's just that gap is opening up a bit. Preston in 10th now. Watford into 9th. 8th sit Derby. Birmingham sit on 49, do very well for themselves at the moment. In 7th, only 2 points off the playoffs are now Chris Davies' side. 6th sit Wrexham on 51 points. Hull in 5th, got a game in hand on Wrexham. Ipswich have 2 games in hand on them. They sit 4th on 54 points. Millwall still 3rd on 56. Big defeat for them at the weekend, and it hampered their chances of getting top 2. Middlesbrough and Coventry look like they're going up in the automatic spots. So yeah, that's Championship done. Let's jump into League 1. Into League 1 we go, and jumping straight into the 12:30 kickoffs. Plymouth 5, Cardiff 2. Really good couple of results. They've that have been stringing together for Plymouth now. 5-2 win over Cardiff. They've been on really, really good form. Can they get in the playoffs come the end of the season? It will be still quite difficult, I think, but they're on a really, really good run at the moment. Rotherham 1, Doncaster 2. Very good, solid away win for Doncaster. That in the relegation race kind of puts them a bit further clear in there as well, with a nice 2-1 away win at the New York Stadium. Wycombe did beat Stevenage by 3-1 in there as well. Good home win for Wycombe in that one. Good win over a Stevenage side that are still I don't think they'll get playoffs at the end of the season. I think they're way too inconsistent at the moment. Bolton 2, Blackpool 2. 2 drop points at home for Bolton in that one. Blackpool fighting back, and they did lead in that game before Bolton got a last minute, 86th minute equaliser with Mason Burstow in that one. Huddersfield to beat Barnsley by 2-1. Lee Manning side back to winning ways after their little blip of a couple of games. Luton 1, Burton 1. Luton fans were not happy at the end of that one, were they? With a 1-1 draw at home to Burton. Mansfield 0, Lincoln 2 in there as well. Good away win for Lincoln City in that one over a Mansfield side that are started to drop down the table a little bit now. Leyton Orient, big win away for them at Northampton. They've realised that they were in the relegation zone and thought, oh shit, we need to perform. Which they did. Fair play to them. Got big away win there. Peterborough 3, Exeter 3. Bonkers game of the weekend, that one. Exeter, you'd think Peterborough would have won that nail-gone conclusion, but a brilliant fight back from Peterborough after they were 3-1 down in that game. And then they fought back with Harry Leonard with 2 goals for them. Port Vale 1, Reading 1. Port Vale scraping a point in the 96th minute with Sheriff. Nothing more than they deserve from what the stats say. So yeah, they probably did deserve a point in that one. Stockport 4, Wigan 2. 9-man Wigan losing that game. Kyle Wootton getting a brace at the back end of that one. So yeah, a very good solid home win for Stockport over that one. In that one, I think Wigan just lost their heads towards the end of that one. And Wimbledon beat Bradford by 3-1. The wheels are starting to fall off Bradford City's bus at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. They do take on Rotherham tomorrow night, so we'll have to see how that one goes. Port Vale still sit bottom on 23 points. Rotherham 23rd, Northampton 22nd. Wigan still in that drop zone after losing away at Stockport. Burton sit 20th, Leyton Orient in 19th. Blackpool 18th, Doncaster 17th, Mansfield 16th, Barnsley 15th, Exeter 14th, Wimbledon 30th. Still all very, very tight in League One. It's only around 6 points from 7 points between Northampton and Barnsley, of course, in 15th. Exeter 14th, Wimbledon 13th, Peterborough in 12th. Plymouth, they very, very well got themselves back up into 11th, level on points with Luton Town now, which is pretty good for them. Wycombe 9th, Stevenage still in that playoff race, 4 points off the nearest team, which are Stevenage and are Reading, who both dropped points this weekend. Huddersfield in 6th, Bradford 5th, Stockport 4th, Bolton 3rd. Cardiff and Lincoln are really just running away with it. There's battle for the title for them too, and they both have a game in hand on Bolton as well. So that is League 1 done. League 2 next. Into League 2 we go then. Barnet 1, Swindon. No, that's not right. That was the other night, last Tuesday. Fleetwood 3, Barrow 2 was on Saturday in the half-12 kickoff. Bit of a bonkers game, that one. For Fleetwood, good home win for them over at Barrow side that still don't look all aren't clicking completely. Swindon lost at home to Crewe. Ian Holloway's side really starting to drop the ball a bit here. Another very good away win for Shrewsbury. I keep not backing them in the predictions, and they keep winning at the moment. Good away win for Shrewsbury. Bristol Rovers 3, Grimsby 1. Good home win for Bristol Rovers in that one against Grimsby. Deserved win for Steve Evans' side. Steve Evans has a bit of a problem with Grimsby, I think, from in the past. I think he got escorted out of the ground from what I've seen years ago, in years on clips, of course. Cheltenham 3, Salford 2. Salford City losing away at Cheltenham as Steve Cottrell. Not a great result for Carl Robinson's side there. The 10 men probably did play into effect as they were 1-0 up when the 10 men came into effect. Colchester battering Barnet by 4-1. as well. Good win for Colchester there. They'll take that. Well, Danny Cowley's side absolutely ripping into Barnet and their away form, which has been pretty good this season. 1-1 between Crawley and Chesterfield. Chesterfield probably should have won that one. Oldham getting a big away win away at Gillingham as well. That was definitely a turn up for the books and a shock in that one. Harrogate 0, Bromley 0. 2 drop points for Bromley at Harrogate in that one. Cambridge beat Newport by 2-0 in there as well. Notts County beat Tranmere and absolutely ripped into them by 5-0. Finally showing what they are made of. And tonight is obviously Walsall taking on MK Dons, which should be a decent game on the TV to watch. I won't be watching that. Probably be watching Everton Man United. Yeah, so that is League 2 done. We'll just go recap the table very briefly. Newport still bottom under Christian Fuchs down at the bottom in 24th spot. Harrogate 23rd, a point off Barrow, who really could slip into that drop zone, but they've got 2 games in hand, but they need to get the points on the board. Barrow, Crawley also down there. Bristol Rovers down there with a big win over Grimsby. That plunges them onto 30 points and up to 20th in the table. 19th at Cheltenham. Shrewsbury kind of cleared that drop zone now in 18th. Tranmere 17th. Gillingham 16th, Oldham 15th, Fleetwood 14th, Accrington 13th. This is into the mid-table stuff now. Barnet sit 12th, Grimsby in 11th. It'd be difficult for them. I think Grimsby upwards can get in the playoffs. I think it'd be difficult for Barnet and Accrington. Now, Colchester 10th. Walsall in 9th as well. Salford City sit 8th. Chesterfield sits 7th. Crewe sits 6th. This is the playoff battle from 7th upwards. Now, as it always is, in League 2, 6th is Crewe, 5th at MK Dons. Still got to play tonight, of course, so do Walsall as well. Walsall with a win could potentially get into those playoff places on goal difference. Notts County 3rd, 2nd sit Cambridge and Bromley. Were caught up, have been caught this weekend. It's only 2 points with Cambridge's win at Newport. So yeah, that is League 2 and the EFL review for this week complete. Thank you very much for watching my EFL review for this week. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Do all of that good stuff. I'll speak to you on the next one. Championship predictions tomorrow, as there's midweek games on tomorrow, isn't there? So yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you can get notified when the championship predictions come out. So thank you for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.